Well, okay, everybody. Good evening. This is Luke here, tuning back into another video. How's it been? So, this is the promised episode of Vacuum Saved. As you guys can see, I don't have one Eureka commercial. I have two. And right there's the second one. Ooh. And a brand that will be making its debut that we've never seen before on this channel. So, welcome. My name is Luke. If you're brand new, I save vacuums and document them on this channel of how they were saved in a test run of each. And then during a story time, which is called the segment, that's part of my videos, I will usually tell you how they were saved and what was wrong with them before they were brought back. So, this is a really good channel. If you have not done so already, be sure to like and subscribe. And comments are greatly appreciated in the comments section down below. So I got some really interesting machines to share with you guys today. And I know you guys are just as excited as I am to present all of this to you. So this is my passion. This is what I do outside of my high school and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get started with our rundown. So over here we have a brand that is officially going to make a debut on the channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you a Panasonic Quick Draw 2 for our first left-hand side contestant. As you guys can see, this turned out really good, and I'm very proud of the way this looked, given how bad in condition it was, and you'll learn more about that in story time. And then, I'm sure you guys are actually really excited, and so am I. I'm very excited. This is actually my first Panasonic in my 157 vacuums that I've saved over this past 6 years. So I'm very excited, and this has some really cool features that we'll get into later at story time. So, over here, here we go. This is my second commercial vacuum. So, this is a Eureka the Boss ESP commercial. Now you saw a light blue one. That's a Eureka too. It just didn't say on it, but that was featured on episode number 16. And that is a rundown of both of the machines for you. So, how about we get story time? How about we get story time started today with, let's see. I guess we'll just do the brand that is about to make its debut into our vacuum saved family, the Panasonic Quick Draw 2. Okay, everybody, good evening from Luke the Vacuum Saver. Hope all is well, and I hope you all had an amazing weekend, and this is a great way to start off your Monday if you're going to be watching this tomorrow, or a great way to end your weekend if this posts on time tonight. So, welcome to episode number 17 of Vacuum Saved. I have a very clean Panasonic Quick Draw for you guys today. Now, this vacuum was made back in the early 2000s, I do believe, and it has some really cool features like I'm going to show you right now. First of all, before I show you that, I really like this handle style on it. Like, it goes like that, and it's perfect for me. This does have a really nice long cord too down there, and then there's the dusting brush. That's the only attachment that came with it, but this is a feature that I really like. Watch. Yep, you just saw that, ladies and gentlemen. This has a retractable handle so that it can store much easier, and I'll actually show you what that looks like right now, actually. So there's what it looks like when it's in the down position, or for storage, and then to bring it back up into the upright clean position. Oh, and by the way, this does have multiple adjustments for shorter or taller people. It depends on who's running the vacuum. Okay, sorry about the side angle there for a second. I just lost grip of the control button for a second. But if any of you have one wondering why your handle can't go down or up, that's the button right there. What you just saw me do right there. That is the button. Right there, just push down and hold that. Well, I just did that, so for time's sake, I'm not going to show that again. But anyhow, so let's go ahead and discuss some features that are really nice about this Panasonic. But first, real quick, before I get into this does have a HEPA media filter right across the bottom there. Now, here's something that's very, very cool. Is this right here is a dirt sensor and power on demand. Let me explain that to you. So, this dirt sensor right here. So, what happens is when you turn the vacuum onto any of its three modes here, low, medium, or high, then of course there's off. But once you turn it on, and I'll run it in all three modes during the test time so you guys can hear, there is actually a quite noticeable noise difference with this. But let's go ahead and get back to the pretty cool lights over here before we get to the switch. Okay, so anyhow, this dirt sensor right here, what it does is when the vacuum is running on the carpet mode, which it has a really cool feature for that, which I'll get to in a minute, but for real this time, this dirt sensor, when you're running it on the floor, like with the carpet mode on, this will light up, all of these lights will light up orange, or a few of these will light up orange, depending on how dirty your carpet is. When the carpet is green, so when the carpet is clean, when the carpet is clean, this top dirt sensor will light green. These three are red whenever it's not clean. And you'll see that in a minute here when we test it. But, so, I'd like to show you this other really cool feature that this Panasonic has. And it's this switch right here. And because of time concerns, so all you do is just, I guess I could do it real quick. So this is a carpet on-off brush roll switch there. So to turn the brush roll off, you just push down like that, and then you can clean hard floors with this vacuum, which is sometimes a selling point for most people. And back into the upright position there, that's carpet. So, and then on the side that the dirt sensor is on, you'll notice this guy. Power on demand. You might be wondering, well, Luke, what is that? And it's run by the switch right here. And what it does is, let's say, for example, I'm running this on high mode. And I need more power to the floor because I have a bigger mess. All I do is just push that button in. Then it would decrease the noise of the vacuum and increase the suction power. Once you've sucked up the mess, it will go back to its normal setting, and usually it kicks it back to low, but if you're running it on high, just push the top of that, and then it'll go back to high, and then there's off. And I really like this vacuum overall. So when did I acquire this vacuum? I've acquired it about 2 months ago from John at Flea Market in Blairsville. This guy was outside saying that it didn't run well, and he really didn't want it anymore. Then I got it here, and it ran really well for me, actually. And then it was just a little bit of a clog in the hose, which is no surprise. But it's really a good vacuum overall now. And this has a ridiculously long cord for a Panasonic. Oh, this little white pedal here. This guy. That is a brush roll reset feature. So if you realize that your brush roll is really not turning or like running properly and you have to push it a lot harder, all you do is just tap that in, and then it'll fire up the brush roll and make sure that it runs good. And this cord is ridiculously long. It's like 30 some feet. I can't remember an exact number. But so this hose is separate from the handle here. So all you do is just twist and then pull out. And then you can use the dusting brush right here. And then there is supposed to be a crevice tool and a turbo brush right there, which I could not get. And I apologize for cleaning this. This was a difficult vacuum to clean in some areas, but overall, and I'm sure you guys agree with me, that this is a really, really cool vacuum for the early 2000s. And that's story time for the Panasonic. Okay, let's get on to this one now. Okay, everybody, welcome to Storytime part number 2 for this video, which is episode number 17 of Vacuum Saved. So, this is a Eureka the Boss commercial ESP sanitaire. Now, you may notice this Eureka the Boss does not look anything like a sanitaire. Well, that's true to a degree, because it's a different brand. But the Eureka paired with sanitaire to make commercials. So, anyhow, what happened is, and what this unit is based off of actually is a sanitaire, so that's why they call it Eureka Sanitaire. And its body here, this big black part, its main body here is based off of a Sanitaire SC679K, which is a great commercial vacuum. Go ahead and check it out through Google or something. It's a great vacuum. I recommend it. Now, I did have a almost identical twin sister, a Sanitaire SC888 before, and it was blue from a local fire department from their yard sale. But now I found this guy, which is something similar to a Sanitaire SC679K from a dumpster behind the railroad tracks in the city of Latrobe. So, and I'm not kidding, ladies and gentlemen, I noticed this vacuum by the handle. Not even kidding. I realized that it was a Eureka ESP commercial by the handle. So this vacuum is really, really a good one, and I'm very pleased with it. I've ran it for the past couple months, as well as that one over there, and they've both been doing really, really good for me, and I think you'll all enjoy them in their test time here momentarily. So, that being said, it's test time. So, what do you say we start with a brand that you guys have never seen before on the channel? Let's start with the Panasonic today. Okay, that should be enough cord, and I'll be sure to keep an eye on that dirt sensor for you. This should, since I do have some dirt on the carpet here, it should be able to pick that up. So, let's get this plugged in. Let me get my headphones on. Okay, folks, sorry about that. So, let's go ahead and give the Panasonic Quick Draw 2 a test run in 3, 2, 1. And there goes the dirt sensors. power on the new one. There we go. As you can see, that did a great job over on its section. Now let's see how the Eureka ESP commercial will handle that. In moments, we'll get to the Eureka Sanitaires test. Okay. And that is the Panasonic Quick Draw 2. And I hope all of you enjoyed its test. So, let's go ahead and get started with the next one here. Let's do the Eureka the Boss commercial ESP Sanitaire. What do you say? And there we go. Okay. So, here comes a Eureka the Boss commercial ESP Sanitaire in 3, 2, 1. And there's a Eureka the Boss commercial Sanitaire ESP. And as you see, it did a good job over there with its section as well. And I'm going to need your help again, folks. Which one did better? The Panasonic or the Eureka? Let me know in the comments down below which one you think did better. Alright, once I wrap the Eureka up, I'll get to final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts on these two. Oh, wait, 1 second. Okay, so final thoughts on these two these are terrific machines, and I absolutely love both of them. As you can see, they're really, really powerful, and they both did a great job for today's test and for all of you. And that is episode number 17 of Vacuum Saved. And I promised I'd bring this episode to you, and I did, and I somehow managed to get that one fixed for this episode, and I'm very happy. and I'm sure all of you are. And I hope you guys enjoyed the new video. Thanks, guys.